Pretty much everyone has access to a screen, but how often do you take your eyes off the light? Phone usage has become a concern over the years as people spend hours doom scrolling through TikTok. In fact, 31% of adults claim that they have no control over their phone usage. These screen times range from 5 to 12 hours. Are you aware of your screen time? If your average is around 6 hours and you're 19 years old, this is how much of your lifespan your phone will take according to the average lifespan. The lifetime total amounts to 138,000 hours, which is equivalent to 5,748 days. We can't fully have abstinence from our phones, but even by reducing your screen time by 1 hour, it will subtract 2.63 years from the total lifespan your phone will take. If those numbers aren't concerning enough, then maybe finding out the effect this phone usage has on your brain would make an impact. For cognition, memory, attention, and emotional behavior, for movement and sensory stimuli, for pleasure and reward-seeking behavior. These pathways are activated and strengthened by instances such as receiving TikToks, receiving messages, or even just scrolling through your Instagram feed, as these act as mini rewards to your brain, releasing dopamine as a response to the stimulus. We have an unlimited supply of media at our fingertips to indulge in anytime that we want, which leads to the constant secretion of dopamine, which leads to our sadness and boredom. The constant access also causes for a decrease in attention span and it delays gratification, as constant phone users have a negatively correlated relationship between the value of a reward against time. Profit and traction is needed for companies, which will be gained through users' attention and time. Apps are designed to keep you hooked through features such as endless scrolling, push notifications, and content being personalized. Consumer apps also include more subtle psychological techniques that increase the addictiveness. One of the most basic techniques, feedback loops. This is when the user is rewarded for performing a simple act such as posting. The likes and comments you receive create mini reward loops which keep the user engaged through the release of dopamine. Dating apps also provoke a similar feedback reaction. Through profile matches, new potential connections act as rewards for the user who is swiping through profiles and messaging, making them continue to repeat the same processes to fuel their curiosity. Some apps glamorize the excessive usage as dedication. For example, the dating app Hinge quotes that it's meant to be deleted. This can lead to people dedicating themselves to find their partner so they can in turn delete the app. Only 28% of 80 apps acknowledge the risk of addiction in their marketing. But how common is problematic app usage? A 2019 study published in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions surveyed over 500 users to analyze problematic smartphone usage. The results showed that over 36.6% of people experienced symptoms aligned with addictive behavior, including losing control over usage, tolerance, and withdrawals. Additionally, 25.8% reported significant levels of smartphone-related distress. One of the questions in my survey asked users how they feel when they are experiencing connectivity issues, to which most replied with feeling irritable, uneasy, and bored. This shows how much responsibility we give our phones to entertain us and guide us throughout the day. The predictability of an outcome takes away its addictiveness. Hence, apps offer unpredictable rewards to keep users coming back. One way apps do this is through push notifications. With push notifications, apps mimic social interaction, which make users crave connecting with someone, which will then lead them to use the app. Push notifications were originally introduced in 2003 for emails on Blackberries. for you to check your phone less. You could easily see emails as they came in, which prevented you from having to go into your inbox and check your email. But today, apps push a variety of unnecessary notifications to lure you into using the app to grab your attention. Another feature would be endless scrolling. This provides you with an infinite pool of media to swipe through. You get the sense that you're in control. That's the effect that apps want to portray, whilst they are actually controlling you. This is the same logic behind slot machines. You're in control of pulling the lever. Slot machines become addicting about 3 to 4 times faster than any other kinds of gambling. The process of pulling a slot machine lever is replicated through the pull to refresh features. These apps are usually capable of continuously updating the content, but the feature of pulling to refresh is a conscious design choice that provides an addicting illusion of control over the process. We often get sucked into a bottomless vortex with apps that use infinite scrolling. There's a continuous load of new material, so there is no end point. This isn't only seen in apps that have a pause to refresh feature, but also apps like YouTube and Netflix that have autoplay. These interfaces create a frictionless experience, but they also reduce a user's sense of control and make it harder for them to stop using the app. Apps are also aware of the effects their features cause. If you have ever spent too long on TikTok, you probably end up with an ad saying you're scrolling too much, be aware of your screen time, give your thumbs a break. You know it's a problem when the profiter is telling you to stop. If you do find yourself struggling with scrolling through TikTok, one way you could help yourself is by setting a time limit for these apps, which you can do by going through your settings. Most of us probably do struggle with phone addictions, and I'd say probably one of the best ways to start off with easing your addiction would be how you start your mornings. There are 2 types of dopamines you set yourself up to indulge in. If you wake up and check your phone, you're setting yourself up for a bad day, brain-wise, as you will be constantly searching for negative dopamine by constantly checking your phone, going on apps, and just not being productive. However, if you wake up and do something before you go on your phone, such as make your bed, brush your teeth, meditate, you'll be setting yourself up to have a healthier wired day, as you'll be looking for more healthy dopamine. Such a simple action can have a huge impact. Stop scrolling.